Why don't you understand what I'm saying? I have already fallen in love with a girl who stole my heart at first sight. How can you expect me to marry another girl? Jungkook, you have been saying the same thing for 2 years, but where is she? Jungkook couldn't answer his mom because he also doesn't know where she was. Look, Jungkook, no mom remains calm seeing their son or daughter not marrying and ruining their lives in front of them. How would it be ruined? I'll find my love someday. Do you still think she is single, Jungkook? I'm trying to convince you, and in her case, her parents might have already convinced her to marry someone else in the same way. Jungkook's heart skipped a bit, shaking his head. You have to marry the girl and see her face. She might have paralyzed legs, but she is a beautiful girl with a good character, Jungkook. She was about to show him the girl's photo, but he ignored it. About to leave, but she left a painful word that Jungkook made speechless. If you don't get married, then be ready to see my dead body before the end of the day. Mom, I only want to hear okay from you. Nothing else. Only if you want me. Okay, he said reluctantly as his eyes began to blur. 1 week later, Jungkook looks pale and shows clear signs of dislike. His expressions clearly indicating that he doesn't want this wedding with the bride whom he never wants in his life. He heard someone say that bride was coming, so he looked over his shoulder with an uninterested face and saw her father pushing her wheelchair slowly. He didn't give her a cheap look, but he squinted his eyes to see her face while the veil was covering it, and she also loved in her head. Few minutes later, the priest was reading the marriage vows as I remained silent there, but he didn't respond or say anything. I furrowed my eyebrows, then I raised my head to look at him, which surprised me. I didn't even think that my groom would be this handsome. Even though Dad said that my future husband must be handsome, I didn't mind it, considering why would a handsome man marry a disabled girl like me? But what made him too ready to marry me? While I was wondering, I finally heard his low voice. Wine? Would you like water or juice? No thanks, Mom. She gave an awkward smile. Are you feeling okay? Wine nodded as, but her eyes conveyed the opposite. You are a part of our family. Just be yourself with us. Now tell me, why are you feeling awkward? Mom, why did Jungkook go outside? He didn't even talk to me once. He just got a business call. Don't worry, he will come back soon. Let me show you your room. Oh, okay, Mom. Jungkook opened the bedroom door and stepped into the room, which was in darkness. He was blindly making his way to the bed to sleep when his leg hit a metal object, causing him to fall suddenly onto the bed. Then Wine screamed and she turned on the bedside lamp near the bed. When she realized it was her husband and not someone else, she shut her mouth as she blushed. Meanwhile, Jungkook didn't scream or move. He was staring at her face with his hands placed on the bedside. He was on top of her, looking at her face as if he was looking at an angel. Jungkook, she called his name hesitatingly while her heart was racing. What was his sudden action on her? What was he about to do when she was asleep? Jungkook, what were you doing? He snapped back to reality, realizing their position on the bed, and he immediately got up hurriedly. I'm sorry, I just followed you in the darkness. When my leg hit something in the direction of my bed, she understood and sat calm, and looked towards the bed from the doorway where she saw the wheelchair. Don't get me wrong, Warren. I didn't mean to do something while you were asleep. Here I'm to say sorry, Jungkook. She smiled awkwardly. I used to put the wheelchair next to my bed, and I repeated the same here too, forgetting that this room is yours. I'm sorry, Jungkook. He just left his eyes on her, noticing how she kept calling him by his name, which was beginning to attract him towards him. Hey, first of all, it's not just my room. It's ours. Let's sleep. I disturbed your sleep. Okay. She was adjusting herself to lay down. May I help you? No, it's okay. He smiled at her, walked to the other side of the bed, and lay down looking at her while maintaining a good distance between them. Jungkook's mom came into the room with coffee and saw Wine combing her hair at the edge of the bed. Good morning, dear. She smiled at her. Good morning, Mom. Why did you bring the coffee to me? You should have sent it with the mail. Jungkook now handed the coffee to Wine. But I love taking care of my family. It gives me satisfaction too. Wine was sipping the coffee while Jungkook mom shyly asked something. Do you need any pills, dear? Mom, why would I need pills? I'm fine. Actually, last night I had to scream loudly, so I thought Jungkook did something. Wine choked on coffee and started coughing suddenly as soon as she asked that. Jungkook's mom patted her head. Wine's face turned red as she realized her mom's intentions. Squeezing her hands, she explained what actually happened last night. I screamed because he fell on me when I turned off the light. It was an accident, Mom. Nothing else happened between him and me. Then his mom's face turned pale, and she asked with an upset tone, so nothing happened? Her mom, we just slept separately on the bed. Oof, Jungkook, how can he think I don't know anything if he is not intimate with his wife? I'll talk to him when he gets back home. Mom, forces a smile cover her thoughts. I need to do something. I'll go. Wine was peacefully reading a book in the garden, enjoying the fresh air. The wind was blowing gently, and it seemed like it might rain within hours, adding to the freshness. The wind touched Wine's skin, making her look around. Even though she was busy reading, her head turned slowly as she adjusted her hairstyles. She was interrupted when she noticed someone's presence. Jungkook, why are you standing there like that, looking at me? When he caught her gaze, he shrugged his shoulders as if nothing was wrong and made his face towards her as if sitting on a chair since she was in a wheelchair. I was just observing how you spend your time alone with books. Oh, don't you want to hang out with your friends outside? Why did you come home directly? Wanna know? She nodded, closing the book. I just wanted to give you company. That's why I came home indirectly. Let's start something. We didn't talk much this week. Ask me anything. I wanted to ask you so many times, but I didn't dare. May I know how your legs got paralyzed? I got into an accident while passing the road. I saw a girl crossing the road was wrong way, and a truck was about to hit her. In the process of seeing her, I ended up like this. Jungkook's face turned sad. So that accident must have happened 2 years ago, right? Yeah, but how do you know? Suddenly it started raining. Jungkook got up as she tried to cover her head to avoid getting soaked by raindrops. She thought Jungkook was going to leave because of the rain, but his next step surprised her. He directly picked her up from the wheelchair and brought her against his chest. She wasn't heavy for him with his strong arms, and he carried her from there while she looked at him in shock. As he laid her down on the bed, leaned over, she winced when her head got cut in his coat. Don't move, I'll remove it. I'm sorry. With that, he just left. With shocked and saddened her, she couldn't blink her eyes, as they were already filled with tears from her husband leaving her like that suddenly. Why couldn't he make next move with me? Didn't he love me? What if he didn't like me but pitied me enough to marry me? Her eyes were sparkling with tears. Just after 1 hour, the doors of the room opened, but she didn't raise her head to see. Jungkook mom. Why is your wheelchair drenched in the rain? How did you come here without the wheelchair? She asked while coming in and pushing the empty wheelchair, but when she saw the tears in Gwen's eyes, she went blank. She walked to her and sat beside her. Why are you crying, Gwen? Gwen didn't respond, except her wiping tears. Please tell me, did Jungkook hurt you? He didn't do anything. That's why I'm crying, Mom. He didn't like me, right? Then why did he marry me, Mom? What? No, why and who said that? No one needs to tell me, Mom. His behavior is enough for me to understand. What's stopping him from being close to me? If he loved any girl before this marriage? Or did he lose interest just because I'm not a normal girl, but a poor disabled one? Jungkook has fallen in love with an unknown girl. For her, he searched and waited, thinking he would meet her. But even after 2 years had passed, he didn't meet her and was ruining his own life. So I made him marry you, thinking he would forget her and live with you happily. Now I understand the reason behind every action of his. Why he stopped himself. You shouldn't have forced him to marry me. What if he finds his love? I think no. The next day morning, Jungkook roamed the whole house looking for Wine because she wasn't at home, which made him confused. While he was searching for her, he saw his mom sitting in the living room watching TV. Mom, where is Wine? Didn't she tell you she went to her home? What? But why? How could you let her go alone? Her dad came and took her with him. She told me she wanted to go with him normally. I feel like something isn't right. I'll call her phone. He called her, but she didn't answer his calls. Despite this, he didn't stop. He called 10 times, but she didn't pick up any of them. Why isn't she answering my calls? How could she leave me without telling me once? Is she angry with me because of yesterday's kiss? Mom, I'll go to her home to see how she is. Okay, but be careful. Uncle, where is Wine? She is on the terrace. Can I see her? Of course, she is your wife. Please go. There is a lift there. Jungkook bowed to him and got ready to go to the terrace using the lift. Jungkook finally sees Wine. She is spraying water on plants with a sad face, but she could feel Jungkook's presence behind her. When she turned her wheelchair, she found him there. She was shocked at how he came to her home for her. She thought he definitely wouldn't come for her. She thought he would be happy instead. Why did you come here and leave me? I asked you why. Because I don't want to be a burden to you, knowing that you already love someone else who isn't me. Hey, you are misunderstanding. It's okay, Jungkook. Don't suppress your feelings for me. I won't bother you. Please, let's go our separate ways. Shut up, Ryan. The person whom I love is none other than you. Ryan, she was surprised but couldn't believe it that easily. When I saw you at my friend's birthday party, I fell in love with you at first sight. But you disappeared. And I couldn't even find out your name. I never stopped searching for you, but when my mom emotionally blackmailed me and forced me to marry you, I hadn't even seen your face because I didn't like the idea, but when I saw your face for the first time, when I followed on you on our wedding day, I realized that I had married my lover, not someone else. But I couldn't understand how you became paralyzed. What happened to you? I didn't even dare to get intimate with you because I was afraid I might hurt you. Why didn't you tell this earlier? I'm angry at you, Jungkook. Don't talk to me. She pouted, but he was kneeling down, admiring her pouty face, as if she were a cute little baby. I also don't know why I waited so long. Please talk to me, baby. Go away, Jungkook. Don't talk to me. She turned her head away from his gaze and was about to move the wheelchair back to ignore him, but he grabbed the chair, not letting her go. What are you doing? Let me go. Breaking the gaze but still holding the back of her neck, he made eye contact. I'm sorry, my lady. Please talk to me. She smiled but confused, shaking her head. Then he began to whine and beg you to. Please whine, please talk to me, please. Then do 100 push-ups. This is your punishment, Mr. Jungkook. What? 100? She nodded, smiling. Are you serious, boy? Widening his eyes. If you can, then I'll go. Wait, I'll do it right now. He moved away to start doing push-ups. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jungkook starts doing push-ups and looks at her. What? Why do I need to push-ups like this? I'll push up on you in your bedroom personally. He's smart. Hey, that's not right. It's not fair way. Yes, it's fair. He smarts, denying her and takes her with him.